Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I just want to thank you guys for all the support lately. 520 subscribers, that is absolutely amazing. My next goal is 750 and it'll be absolutely fantastic if we could hit that by I forgot what month comes next month. By the end of March. If we can't, that's absolutely fine. But if we can, it'll be absolutely fantastic. So anyway, I just want to ask you guys to like and subscribe. Help me hit the goal and help this video get out there if you've liked it. If you've, enjoyed it. Last video got absolutely a bunch of support, and I'm doing part 2 cleanup duty, so yeah. Well, no, this one's actually fun and interesting. So, I am going to jump right into it. So, Deku has well, Deku is still getting over the death of his idol. It's now, we're gonna do a mini time skip. 5 years have passed. Not wanting anybody to know or abuse his power, he has now kept the fact that he's immortal completely secret. This includes from one of his previous best friends, which was Bakugo, which led him to be bullied for being quirkless. Deku also wanting to get ahead of the game, I guess you could say, or wanting to be the best disciple he can possibly be. He trains hard. He can now handle around 8% of One For All. Of course, he can use 100% of One For All and heal from it within 5 minutes due to his immortality quirk, but he can now use 8% of One For All without taking any damage at all. He can use 20% with taking some damage. He can use 50% with taking quite a lot of damage, but he can hold the form for around 5 minutes, and then it'll take him 20 minutes to recover. And he can use 100% instantaneously, but it takes him 20 minutes to recover the limb, so the limb still breaks if he uses 100%. Deku is now, well, the whole world was struck by the death of the symbol of peace, which led Endeavor to take over. This, of course, made the villains excited, but they couldn't do anything about it due to All Might disfiguring All For One's face. Of course, this wasn't done maliciously, it just happened, and All For One is basically out of the count for a bit. This, of course, stops in 5 years, but yeah. Anyway, so Deku is now about to start UA. The 10 months training has passed. The 10 months between. No, sorry. Deku has just finished middle school. He just got bullied by Bakugo, and now he's walking home. That is when he's attacked by a slime monster. Checking that no one's around, he's in an alleyway. This is then when he feels like it's safe to use his quirk. Wanting to take out the slime monster quite easily, without any permanent damage, he goes 8% Detroit Smash. This 8% covers his whole fist. He still doesn't know what full cowling is yet, but he kind of understands that he has to leave the quirk on. So once he does a 8% on his fist, he keeps it on his fist, but he doesn't know how to keep the quirk on throughout his whole body. This is when he goes 8. Of course, he says 8% Detroit Smash. This, of course, affects the slime, but it doesn't kill the slime. Realizing that the slime is going to have to take some more, he doesn't want to chance it because he doesn't A, want people finding out about his quirk, and B, due to him having the pressure of becoming, well, the disciple of the symbol of peace, he goes on straight to 100% Detroit Smash, aiming it up in the air to make sure he creates the minimum amount of property damage This, of course, works against the slime, and that's when he collects it up and secretly returns it to a police station. This, of course, means the Bakugo slime thing never happened, which is good. But it also means that the slime villain does get out of prison straight away, because it never abducted or created a scene or anything. So the slime monster has been taken down, but it's not been taken out of prison, and no one knows the person that defeated it, because the slime monster doesn't want to brag on them because he's scared that he might be thrown into it. Anyway, so this then leads into the UA entrance exam, because the 10-month training didn't change much. He basically spent it half studying, half keeping up with what he's working at. So this means just doing the same weights, eating the same food, the usual stuff. And he actually did something that made him super powerful for one day, and that was subscribe to Jimbob7294's channel and liking the video, because that made him cool for one day. And then straight after that, he lost the ability to be cool, and Bakugo started bullying him again, and that's because he unsubscribed, and then he dropped his phone and lost his phone, so he couldn't ever subscribe again. So unsubscribe, and then as soon as he did, he became the protagonist of My Hero Academia. So basically, if you didn't understand moral of the story, you should subscribe to this channel. Anyway, we're going to get back on track, because I've just confused half my audience. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. So basically, I've confused myself. So anyway, he's just kept the same ability, but he is really kind of been studying a lot. He's on the grind, whatever you want to say. So I'm just going to take a quick drink. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, again, so sorry to do this mid-video. Anyway, so he is on the grind on knowledge rather than power, which is a smart grind. So anyway, he entranced the UA exam, and not wanting to let All Might down, he goes straight into, well, no, he's a lot more concentrated and focused. This doesn't lead him to be tripped up, but it does lead to Uraka being tricked up, because why not? And that's when Deku actually stops her from being tripped over because of his focused attitude. He does this by catching her. This, of course, makes them both blush, but due to Deku trying to concentrate, he picks him back up again and says, "Hey, you nearly fell. Anyway, we better be heading into the exam. We better be heading into the exam." And that's when Uraka's like, "Yeah, thanks for saving me, by the way." And then Deku's like, that was nothing. Anyway, let's go. They both enter the exam together, and Deku doesn't mutter this time, because instead he's thinking about all of this in his head, and he's got his head on, and he's really serious. So, he's then getting all pumped up, and instead of being late like he was the first time, when it says free, he's instantly into 20% one for all, which he can feel his body burning, but he knows he has the complete time within the exam to keep 20%, so there's no point of turning it off. The only issue would be if he had to activate 100%. This will cause him a lot of pain, but due to him being immortal, it doesn't matter about pain. Just to clear things up about Deku's personality, he has brightened up a bit, but he's still definitely a more darker person, so a less cheery person. This is because he's still not fully over All Might's death, though he is getting over it. And yeah. Anyway, so Deku he's then straight in, and he's like 20% Detroit Smash. Uh, this is when the students look to the side of them to see a bluey green flash of lightning, and just a robot's head explode. That's when Deku has he's jumped ahead of everybody and exploded the first robot. Not wanting to lose time, he then bounces. He then turns back on his leg one for all and jumps, and then turns on his arm one for all and goes Detroit Smash, and that's when he's like, well, I better try one of his favorites, and then goes Carolina Flash. It's Carolina Smash. This is when we panel out and we start seeing a faded figure of All Might over Deku, and then Deku kind of smiles, but not sadistically, in a way where what this basically means is that he's doing it all for All Might, and he's doing it all to become the new symbol of peace to help society. It's just adding more depth to the moment, and I just thought I'll put it in there to make it sound more nice. Anyway, he's basically running around, one-hitting all these robots. That is when the 0 pointer comes in, but he's concentrated and focused on defeating the robots so he can become first or second place. This concentration is completely broken when he hears somebody calling for help. This is when something in his body flicks, and before he knows it, his one for all legs are already triggered at 50%, which causes them to basically feel a bit more pressure, and doesn't break him, but it kind of like pulls a muscle, I guess. Deku realizing this, realizing what's happening, he's instantly on his feet going. So he zooms towards the 2-pointer robot, making sure that his figure is covering the spot where Uraka is to make sure she's fully safe. After that, he uses 8%. He drops down to 5% to No, he uses 50%, which causes his legs to be completely to be even more fatigued and muscle shred. Basically, it means if he wants to use 50% again, he's gonna have to wait 20 minutes for his body to fully reheal. So anyway, he jumps up in the air, and that's when he goes 100% Detroit Smash. This pure power pushes him back, was absolutely annihilating the robot. People recognize that's when he recognizes that this is kind of like a heroic strength. It's not like his average strength. It's actually stronger. This is basically because he's inspired to do heroism, and he's worked on his feet. He defeats the robot, which completely knocks out his arm, but it's okay because he knows that he's gonna heal within 20 minutes. That's when he realizes he's going to fall to the ground, realizing that both his legs are basically useless, and one of his hands is useless. He's probably gonna have to take the fall, be knocked out for 20 minutes, and basically rely on his immortal quirk. That is actually when he's then slapped square across in the face and saved by you know who, but it's still kind of a twist hanger, and I've got to the end of this important parts. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for all the support. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I want to hope you have an amazing day because you all deserve it. Please like and subscribe. I'm sorry to beg so much. I'm just a bit desperate. Anyway, good night, people, and goodbye.